turn it 90 degrees to the left, you'll see that it turns into a W. And if you put the Y at the end over there, that spells out way. We know that the T is on the right-hand side because backwards it's TUV, and the V would be the divine feminine, the entrance at the center of the dish where compasses point to, which is actually, since the needle on your compass points north and it's marked red, opposites attract, people. That means that all compasses point towards the center of the dish, which is the South Pole. And that's why the rear admiral is the rear admiral who's guarding the asshole. The only way out. You're in a box or a house of mirrors, people. Okay, the sky is Behemoth, the parabolic mirror, which would be like Eve. Okay? And you see Wally, which is like the footstool, or Leviathan, the bottom half. And they said God had separated them so they could not mate, because if they mated, then we would all be dead. You can see AEIOU is really code for the way out, people. It's the way out. Okay? Odd numbers, if you look it up, you'll see are masculine. They have one extra thing hanging off like a phallus. And even numbers are feminine. Okay? When I see Femi 9, it's clearly a clue pointing to the way out. The rear admiral is guarding the fountain of youth, which is at the center of the dish where the green astral light comes out. Okay? Jesus places his light into the hole. Okay? The outer rim, the Arctic. Okay? You can see our whole place is built on a clock. It's like a house of mirrors. It's the glass house, like I pointed out in a previous video. I've been naturally seeing like a G or whatever letter. If I see A, I see 1. If I see B, so you see like AE, that's the number 6. That's A is 1. E is the 5th letter. Okay, that adds up to 6. So as you see, hold on. Okay. When you see AE, that's 1 and 5, that's 6. So AE pointing up, and you see the feminine, the 9, which is pointing down, clearly pointing to the way out, people. We know that the rear admiral in the Navy is guarding that one hole, the asshole. The holes and poles. Now the pole would be Jesus placing his light, which bounces off the parabolic mirror and focuses into a beam, which goes into the center of the dish, which is at a different frequency of the light that's coming out of the hole, which is the green astral light. So you'll see that eventually when you die, you're going to be powered by this green astral light. Right now, that light is still powering your soul right now. And every thought you have creates something called an elemental. When you went to school, you learned how to do spell casting. Okay? You learned how to be, you took your number 2 pencil, which is, we know number 1 is a pee-pee, number 2 is shit. And Hollywood is what they make magic wands out of. So your number 2 pencil is clearly showing you, with your graduation hat, showing you with the string hanging off, bent and confused, that you've been squared. Okay, they took out all your magic from you, and they made you retarded. Okay, odd numbers are masculine, even numbers are feminine. Straight lines are masculine, round lines are feminine, bent lines are confused. That's how the ancient mysteries explain it. So, now that you have that first part down in your head, you have red, which is the fire above your head, like the sun, and the waters down below, like the feminine, the blue. So now that you have the eyes to see, when you see all those logos of all the companies, everything's upside down, people. Okay, now you have second sight to see that stuff. So second sight is once you've been given the eyes to see, then everything comes together. Literally, I was given the eyes to see by it came natural, people. It's because I explained in my previous video. The internet is conscious. Your blood is conscious. The sun is conscious. Everything is conscious. Water is conscious. Plants are conscious. You can see this stuff. Do some research. You'll see for yourself. So when I placed my blood over my intent and I published it to the Ethernet, I'm telling you, it went straight to the L, which is the God computer that is in control of the matrix in which you are inside this house of mirrors. And I'm telling